Hello everyone. So my project concerns nature and feminism and the use of stream of consciousness writing style in Virginia Woolf's To the Lighthouse. This book was published in 1927. Virginia Woolf, if none of you have read anything from her, she has a very different writing style. She was considered the pioneer of stream of consciousness writing, which means that the reader is constantly in the thoughts of different characters in the book. In Mrs. Dalloway, it's you stay in her thoughts for the most part. In this particular book, you are in the minds of several of the characters, but you really focus in on Mr. and Mrs. Ramsay and one of their friends, Lily Briscoe. So this way of writing, make sure that you know what each one's thinking. It gives you insight into their mental state, their character traits. And so throughout the book, she also uses nature to explain her characters. And so, like, the young son of Mr. and Mrs. Ramsay thinks of his mom as a rosy flowered fruit tree, laid with leaves and dancing boughs, into which the beak of brass, the arid smiter of his father, the egotistical man, plunged and smote, demanding sympathy. I mean, when even a young character in the book can see the others in that light, then you know that nature is a really important part of this book. Mrs. Ramsay always notices and connects with nature. Mr. Ramsay only sees the flowers as like something red, something brown, a blob of color. He doesn't really notice them. Later in the book, it's focused mostly on Lily Briscoe, the friend. She not only notices nature, but she connects with it. She paints it. She manipulates it. So this mirrors the progression of feminism. Virginia Woolf was big into the feminist movement, and both are really strong female characters, but the second, Lily, has much more power over nature and over her own life. She doesn't marry. She doesn't have children. World War I had just ended at this time, and that resulted in a lot more women going to work than before. And that was important too. The women were working in factories. Largely these were women that had to, but even the middle class women were being encouraged to attend college or a gardening school, and things like even the ads pertain to things like that. And so Virginia Woolf used all of this, used stream of consciousness, eco-criticism, and the characters of Mrs. Ramsay and Lily Briscoe to highlight the forward motion of the feminist movement. So, for your activity, this does not have to bring about, you don't have to love feminism or anything like that. But take 3 minutes even and go sit in nature. We take it for granted. Go sit in it and try to connect with it. If you're artistic, draw it, paint it, write about it. But even if you're not, just those few moments of sort of decompressing and connecting with nature will really make a difference in how we feel and how we approach our life and the things around us. Thank you.